Hello, my name is Maxamad, and here are two things that Black Panther does better than most films. Wakanda is fully realized. While there's some great world building going on, what I'm talking about is exploring Wakanda as the main science fiction element in the film. Speculative fiction, especially the subgenre science fiction, is all about humanity confronting something currently not possible in the real world, and exploring how we would react and what that says about who we are. In this film, Wakanda is that impossible sci-fi thing that humanity is interacting with. I was impressed at how pretty much every character explores a different point of view. If you imagine yourself in Wakanda, how do you believe you would react? There's most likely a character in this film that shares some of your feelings. If you loved Wakanda and wanted to protect its way of life from the outside world at all costs, that perspective would line up with the former king T'Chaka. If you were fiercely loyal to the throne, that's Okeo. You'd be Nakia if you wanted to provide foreign aid, or Wakabi if you wanted to police the world. Would you stick to tradition, or like Shuri, scoff it and embrace progress? If you lived in Wakanda and were part of an outcast tribe, would you be as resentful as M'Baku? And if you left Wakanda and experienced the outside world, you might empathize with the downtrodden and betray your country to arm them. Or you may return home and cling harder to tradition. An abandoned child of Wakanda may see the fantastical place as a fairy tale, or as a nation complicit in oppression. And an outsider may discover Wakanda and want to steal from it, or become an ally. No wonder Wakanda feels so fully realized. That's a pretty exhaustive list of possible reactions or motivations for a 2-hour runtime. It also helps that these characters have distinct personalities, interesting quirks, cool designs, and relevant relationships with each other.
I took life, my own brothers and sisters here on this continent. And all this death, just so I could use.
Killmonger influences T'Challa. Yeah, it's not very common to have great villains in comic book films, but we have seen it done right before. But where Killmonger distinguishes himself is his influence on the hero. Usually, a great villain will push the hero to the edge, exploit their weakness, give them difficult choices, but rarely will the hero learn directly from the villain. This film does a great job of differentiating between the antagonist and the protagonist, and showing their point of view. T'Challa inherited a legacy of hiding, of defense, of turning a blind eye. Killmonger is more interested in exposing and attacking his enemies. When T'Challa's sister offers him a choice of 2 necklaces, he chooses the more discreet one, saying the idea is not to be noticed. The story reserves the flashier necklace for Killmonger. When going undercover, T'Challa blends in with a black suit, and though things get out of hand, the original plan was to be as discreet as possible. Killmonger prefers a more ostentatious outfit for covert missions, and his plan was to expose the museum's hypocrisy, then wreck the place. He really likes using this plan. As the Black Panther, T'Challa sneaks around wherever he goes. Killmonger walks right up to Wakanda in broad daylight, speaking directly and frankly. The two have about 3 face-to-face conflicts. The first is through dialogue in the throne room. T'Challa knows the truth about Killmonger, but does not tell the other leaders. In fact, he chooses to get up close and whisper to Killmonger so the others can't hear him. While Killmonger projects his voice across the room, he has the truth, and by exposing it, he wins the scene. The next 2 conflicts are physical. The challenge by the waterfall is traditional. No armor, no advanced weapons. Killmonger is completely on the offensive with 2 swords, while T'Challa has a shield, showing he's still in defense. This fight represents Wakanda's past, and Killmonger wins because he embodies the reality of Wakanda's sordid history, and T'Challa loses because his isolationist view is wrong. The last conflict happens right after T'Challa rejects his father's ideology. This battle represents Wakanda's future, and takes place underground on the futuristic vibranium train track, and is fought with glowing catsuits, one with royal purple highlights and the other with showy gold spots. I think it's important that they show the contrast between the first 2 fights, the past and the future. Here Killmonger loses because his position on Wakanda's future is wrong. He just wants to expose the world's oppressors to their own oppression, regardless of what it does to Wakanda. In the end, T'Challa opens up Wakanda's borders, and to symbolize that this is in part due to Killmonger's influence, he builds the first of many outreach centers in the location where Killmonger's father was murdered. T'Challa has learned from Killmonger. He knows that there needs to be a synthesis between the two ideologies. Black Panther isn't a perfect movie, but my criticisms are overshadowed by everything it does right. I found Wakanda and Killmonger to be the two most unique and interesting things Black Panther pulled off. They weren't the only things. If I had all day to talk about this, I would go into things like Afrofuturism, building the best supporting cast ever, maybe even about the sheer amount of black joy and black excellence on display. That's my 2 cents. Please let me know your thoughts on anything I said, or what elements you like best about the Black Panther movie. Thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you guys in the comments.